My YouTube channel. This is Felix Art 2. I'm showing you the part 2 on digital painting. So guys, once you're done with the foundation and the hair, then the sketch, as I did in the previous video. Now what you have to do here is, now I have to take this one out because this one is no more important again. So I will take this one out. Then I'll go back to this particular one here, this hairline. Now I'm going to merge one, then merge the other one. So now once I'm done with it right here, then I will create a new layer. So before I create a new layer, I will go down to this foundation, then create a new layer here. So that's it, this one right here. So you will create a new layer. The new layer that you create is for shading. Okay. So like I'm using this I'm using the flow airbrush and hard airbrush for shading. So now I will start by using the flow airbrush. Then I'll go back to my palette to where I selected mine. Okay, so like I'm going to use this color right here. This color you see here, that's one I'll be using. Like I can use either this one or this one. So I'm using this one first. So now what I'll do is that I'll go down to the reference, then open it, then click on duplicate, then drag it at the top. So once I'm done dragging, then I will click the layer on that reference, then click duplicate, then I'll close this one, then go back to this particular one right here. So once I'm done with that, then I will click on transform. So how to click on transform? You click on this tool right here, then click transform, then I shrink, and I take it to the side. So now we are going to start by shading the face. Okay, so I will go back to this layer right here. So now how to shade? So now you go by using the flow airbrush. Then I'll start with the forehead. So in the forehead, what you will do here is that you will use the flow airbrush. Then you do something like this. You create a shade like this with the forehead. So once you do something like that, then you take it again. You add something here again. So once you do something like this, then I use the smooth brush to blend. Okay, I use the smudge round bristle brush to blend. So now I will take it down to let's say I will take it to 2%, then start doing something like this. Let's see. Start doing something like this. Now I'll use then I'll do something like this also. Start dragging it over here. So like I will blend it to the foundation. Okay, make it look like let's say it's on, like I will blend that shading, blend this side. So once you're done with the forehead, then you go to the eyebrow section, then you increase the flow again to 5%, then you do something like this. Okay, see. So now once I'm done with that, now I'm going to head over to the eye top, then nice below the eyebrow. Then I'll add something like this. can see. At this time, I can use the hard airbrush. I can switch to any one I want. I can switch to any brush I want. Okay. So I'm using the hard airbrush to do some hard shadings. Okay, just do something like this. Then use the smudge brush to start blending. Okay, like you start blending it like this. Then I use the hard eraser to erase this part. Then use the smudge brush. Start doing it like this. I'm going to take it again to 5 to make sure it blends very well. Okay. Now once I'm done with that, then I will be drawing this side. You can see this particular side now, this side. So now I will go back to this place, then use the flow airbrush, then do something like this. Like you don't need to add much, just do small. Okay. So once I'm done with that, then I head over to this place, then do something similar again. Okay, then I will do something like this. I will add something here again. Then once I'm done with that, then I will add something like this. So once I add this ones like this, now, then I use the smudge brush to blend again. This time I will take it to flow 3. So you can set yours to, let's say, like if you want a smooth shading, you must set the flow to let's say from 1 to 5. Okay, from 1 to 5 or 6 for smooth shading. So now once I'm done with that, then I use the smudge brush to start dragging this side down. And start doing it like this. So now I will head over to the flow airbrush, then do something like this. That's the nose. Do something like this. And I'll do something like this. Then I will head over to this place again, then I will do some shadings like this, then go back to the smudge brush, then start blending. Then I'll head over to this nose part, to the right nose. So guys, you can see there's no much work on the face like that. So like you don't need to stress yourself. You just need to go down with the shadings. Okay, you just need to to make sure you get the shades on the face like the way it is in the reference. So in this process here, like, you need to switch to the flow airbrush, then the hard airbrush, because there's a place that you need the hard airbrush, and there's some areas that you won't need it that much. So now I'm almost done with the nose. We also need to do some finishing right here. We're going to use the hard airbrush to add some shadows on the nose. Okay, you can see it's now looking real. Now I'm going to use the flow airbrush to add something here again, like this. Then add something here again. So now in this part, now I'm going to use the smudge brush. Do something like this. So once I'm done with that, then I'll go over to this place here, then use the flow airbrush, then increase the size, then do something like this. Then I'll go back to this place again, then do something like this. Now I'm going to add some shadings right here. Okay, so I'll just go to this place. You use the flow airbrush, you do something like this. You see? So now guys, once I'm done with this shading, now I'm going to use the smudge brush. Start blending it like this. Okay. I'll head over to this side. So once you're done with this side, then you do something like this again. Use the flow airbrush, then you add something here like this. You can see, just add a little, then you go right here, then you start adding this shadow under the lip. So once you add those things, now what I'll do here is that I'm gonna use the hard eraser to erase this part. You can see how I'm erasing this part right here. So once you are done erasing, then I'll use the smudge brush to blend again, to blend this side. So once I'm done blending, now I'm going to create a new layer. So this new layer right here, I'm going to go over to the next side. So now I'm going to draw a line using the hard airbrush. Do something like this. Then switch over to this dark palette. Do something like this. You see. Now I'll use the smudge brush, take it to level 2 flow 5. Now I'll use the flower brush, then switch to this side, to that light palette, then do something like this, then use the dark palette, do something like this. So now I will head over again to the light palette. I'm going to increase the size. Just make sure to increase the size. So now you can see that this one right here, it's in a different layer, because as I was adding this particular line, you can see that it started showing in the other side. So that's why I have to create a new layer, so that if anything should touch the face, I can erase it. So like you don't have to stress yourself by using the hard eraser to, let's say, like by correcting those mistakes. So now once I'm done with this line, then I'll So once I'm done with that line, then I'm gonna use the smudge brush to blend something like this. So I'm blending the neck. Take the float to 2% and start blending. Once I'm done, then I use the hard eraser to erase this part. You can see. Then I'm going to blend this side also. So now once I'm done with that, then I head over to the mouth, create a new layer. That's it. So I'm going to head over to the mouth. Now I'm going to use the light palette, then use the hard eraser create something like this. You can see. Now I'm going to use the smudge brush. Start blending. Now I'm going to use the hard eraser to erase this part. So now guys, once I'm done with the top, now I will use the flow airbrush. Then on that same layer, then I'll do something like this. You just have to do it like 2 times. Okay? You don't have to just you do it like 2 times or 3 times. You don't need to add more pressure. Then you will do something here again like this. That's it. Now I'm going to use the hard eraser to erase this part. So once I'm done with it, I'm still going to add more again. Add more shade again. Add more shade. Something like this. So once I'm done with it, so now guys, I have to go to the nose to fix some little things that I didn't add. I'll use the smudge brush, take it to floor 6 to drag this nose right here and take it side. So once I drag it here, then I'll reduce the flow again to flow 2, then start shading it like this. You just have to blend. Okay? You blend it like this. So now once I'm done with that, then I'll head over to the next side, to the chest side. That is it here. Then I'll use the hard airbrush, then add some shadows. So now once I'm done with that, then I'll head over again to her arm. On this layer again, like the neck shadings, then I'm going to use the flow airbrush, do something like this. Then I go to the other side, do something like this also. So once you add some shadings on the arm, then what you do here is that you use the smudge brush, start doing it like this, then you take it like this. see how I'm doing it, how I'm adding the arms. So you make sure to get the actual shadings on the arm, because using the hard airbrush and the flow airbrush to create some shadows. So once I'm done with that, then I'm going to use the once I'm done with the shadings, then I use the hard eraser to erase this part. So once you're done erasing this part, then we head over to the other arm. So first I'm going to close this reference, then delete it, then go back to this one here on top, then duplicate, then open it. So I will drag this one right here again, so complete the other arm. So then I will go back to this layer again, to that layer that we did where we shade the neck and the chest. So I will use the same process. So I'll use the hard eraser to. I'll use the hard airbrush to add some shadings right here. Then the other side. Don't need to add much. Okay. Now I'll use the smudge brush to take the flow to flow 5. Then you'll drag it in like this. Then you do the others one again like this. So once you do it like this, then you will do it like this. You can see. Yeah, and to make it very smooth, I'm going to take it down to 1%. Then I start doing it like this. So it's very easy. So once I'm done with that, then I'll use the hard eraser to erase this part. Okay guys, that is the part 2 on how to shade. Okay, so that's the part 2. So guys, get ready for part 3. Thanks for watching.